Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out today with the KV4. Hopefully everyone had a very merry and great Christmas and other holidays as well if you celebrate anything else. Or, you're getting ready for the new year coming up this weekend. Today, I'll be playing World of Tanks this morning, and later on today is World of Warplanes. But I'll be I'll be taking plenty of tank requests for tanks here. World of Warplanes is a little bit harder for me later since I don't have a lot of planes. But starting out in tanks, we have a tier 10 battle. Not too bad of a map though for KV4. I have to kind of I gotta kind of keep an eye on things today. I got yesterday a new graphics card, so I need to keep an eye on things and make sure I actually have like OBS and everything set up right. So if there's a couple little issues, just let me know, and I can do my best to fix them on the fly. I just had to, switching a graphics card. I did it kind of late last night, and more or less, I haven't had a ton of time to like test things. So. Hello, Astan, John, Sergeant Rocks, Jabbo, Scud, Heinrich. Nice to see you guys. No, I platoon Fridays and Thursday and Fridays. Excuse me. Oh, dog's here. Levi is now in the room. Yeah, T-54, you got yourself in a little bit of trouble over there, didn't you?
Take your jacket off.
Did not want to get hit by these guys frontally, but oh, there's a Conqueror too. My team is like, I don't even know what we're doing. It's kind of like we're playing checkers or something. We're like we're like each in a freaking square. Part of the problem with the KV4 is it's, in this scenario, like, it's so long in front of the turret here. Let's say the Conqueror got me. He's got the small gun, so I'm hoping I should be able to bounce it if he gets fire standard AP. It's just they're able to see me coming around the corner unless I kind of angle wrong, and then they can pen me a little bit easier. The weather? Yeah, everything's fine here. Honestly, like, aside from it being cold outside, it looks pretty fine to me. It was really windy yesterday, but like, it's not like we're getting like snow or rain or anything. It's just a bunch of wind. Thanks for asking though. Hello, Cosman. All right, I'm just kind of lost here with how my team's set up because I really don't want to fight a IS-4 here, but like, sorry T-32, it's, I guess really we have to try to get this guy around here because I'm not really able to do much because, I can't fight an IS-4 and also an IS-3, like, kind of need a little bit of help. Luckily we kind of got him blocked there, but he's still able to take shots. Fortunately though, I'm kind of tall. Shoot right over. I am using APCR because, tier 8 against a tier 10, it's in my best interest to track him, hopefully. Alright, Type 4, you can go right in there if you want to, but you're now dead. I don't know, trying to turn the rear of your tank when there's still people behind you was probably not the best decision. But what do I know? I'll take a look at the tank request after the battle, so sure. Okay, it finally feels like winter here, so I'm really happy. Because it was kind of hot for a few days here for winter, and you know, it's never fun with that. Trying my best here. We are tied. Oh my god, 2 HP. Are you freaking kidding me? That 2 HP difference just lost me 532 HP. That's big. Now, do I think I can get this Borsig? Not aiming at me, but there could be like a T-25 or something. There we go. Luckily their AMX M451 hadn't really pushed in anywhere. Thanks for tipping Levi, William, and for the challenge as well. We're still not out of the woods here. This, yeah, that. Luckily I blocked that. It's just, it feels like, you know, if I wasn't there like stopping all these guys, we would literally have just gotten ran over in the first like minute or two. But at least I had help with the Artie and the Udas behind me. Forget about me, T-25 pilot. Looks like you did. This is my only real play here. He did get me with APCR too. If I had pulled back, I was not going to be. Oh well. I probably should have waited, but he's still gonna kill me. Swapping over to swapping over to APCR, he can pretty much pen me on the majority of the spots that face him frontally, like the cupola, front turret, and even the front hull. Oh well. Hello, 23. It happens. I definitely did a pretty damn good job. 2600 damage, 2600 assist. But it is what it is. I have John, not with my current not with my current PC now. Now that everything just changed. All right, I'm just going here. Okay, there we go. I'm just getting tank requests down. Go. Merry Christmas to you too, William. Alright, so let me tip Levi before I hop into the next battle here. We're gonna stick with him. Uda is here. Given the Conqueror's HP, if both of them just going at once, we'll have this. You good little dog. Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good holiday, or even if you don't celebrate Christmas, at least a good weekend here. Yeah, premium rounds, they're definitely the chink in the KV4's entire game, more or less. Alright, I'm just making sure I got everything set up. But yeah, I swapped from, my parents got me a GTX 1080 Ti, and I had a GTX 680. Just go in and clip him. You got full HP before he turns around. But he's gonna. There we go. Thank God. We should have this. If we don't have this, then something's really wrong. Yeah, it was a pretty big difference. I haven't really been able. This is like I played one battle last night just to make sure like nothing was wrong with it, and yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out more as I go along here, like settings and stuff. Got an ace tanker though. That's kind of why I stayed, till the end too. Patrol duty. Not a bad first match for the stream. Top 3 damage in a tier 10 match. This is to me perfect. It's an example where people complain about the whole 357 setup for tier 8s. Our team, our AMX M454 of course had the most damage, but 2 tier 8s here, and even just outside the top 3, another tier 8. We're, basically 3 of the 4 top damaging tanks on our team. And as far as experience goes, since we're damaging higher tiers, of course we're a little bit further up, but it's not always just cut and dry where if you're bottom tier, you're just screwed with the 357 matchmaking, because there's only 3 top tier tanks, and in tier 8 matches in this scenario, there's only 3 tier 10s. You have 5 tier 9s and 7 tier 8s that, yes, they have a little bit of an advantage, but it's not as big as people make it out to be. Like, as long as you play smart and your team doesn't completely just roll over and die, then you're able to do more than you might think. But I'm gonna get to the challenge shortly here. I just want to get at least one more battle in before doing it. I'll probably do it in the M48. I'm having to flipping it out here. Here we go. Hello, nice guy. Nice to see you. But nice to start a stream off with an ace tanker. It's always a good thing. Alright, T95 now. Probably still I'm gonna stick around this area, but might head towards the edge and just push the one line, but we'll see. Which I do have to fix. So more or less, I try to cap my my frame rate at 60 FPS during streams, since I only stream at 30. I'm gonna try, now having a new graphics processor, maybe to do 60 FPS streams, but I guess need to figure that out. Because right now, with the way I have VSync set up, a lot of times it's adaptive, so it either locks my frame rate at 45 or 60. It's it's kind of strange to where I could be playing World of Tanks one day and it's at 60, be playing it the next, like here, and it's at 45. I need to fix that, because I'd like just a solid 60 FPS without it being capped at 45 here. It's just I can kind of see the difference. Assuming he's still out there, and I missed him. There we go, we bounced him at least. Oh, what do you mean, Will? You didn't do anything wrong. Ah, Lord, there's a Yag Tiger too. I'm trying to get up here because I think it'll be helpful for my team if I can... Oh god, I don't have anyone behind me now. I think it would be helpful for my team to kind of prevent them from being... But taking a pretty huge gamble here, to say the least. But if that T10 or E4 doesn't flank me, I should be fine. It's just my team should have a very, very easy path right now to pushing, because I have the IS-7. You know, I have a lot of attention on me, but somehow they're getting flanked. I'm on fire. Excellent. That T10 though can hit me. The IS-7's just spamming APCR through me, so not too much I can do about that, but you know, we're probably not going to win. Yeah, it's like getting close up like this, it's really easy to hit the hatches. But unfortunately, like, I was trying to play it a little bit aggressive here, since I guess he just ran over the little thing covering me, the truck, because I thought he shot. But you know, unfortunately my team, I don't know how they let us got flanked so easily there. You know, right through this little path here, because we had tanks. You know, it's not like we were down by a ton of tanks, but almost did 3,000 damage. It's just, you know, unfortunately, I was kind of wanting these guys to keep shooting, but they're getting flanked by a VK 101P, which, you know, it's a tier 8 tank, but outside of a little bit low DPM, it's it's a pretty fearsome tier 8 to come across. But, you know, even though the armor is good on the T95, APCR from a tier 10 at that range, they're gonna be able to pen you pretty easily. Alright, so I have a challenge here by William. Let me pick the M48. I've got to do 2 times the HP total and damage, assist, and block, so 4,000. But, you know, being in Ensk, I wasn't just gonna, like, say sit in the center or sit far in the back. T95, while it does, the armor gets easier to damage close up. Had I done that, it would have been pretty much the same scenario where my team would still be in a crappy situation. Hello, Capitan, nice to see you. But again, tonight, hello, Jacob. I'll be playing some World of Warplanes. They're having a, I think it'll be during, they have this Skies of Albion event going. I haven't played it really much any yet, so, you know, we'll see how it is. It's, you know, it's their winter event going on. No problem, William. I feel like I'm forgetting to set something up for the stream, but I'll figure it out eventually. Hello, Axis. Nice to see you. Say, the population, I'm kind of confused why it's taking this long to make a match. I saw last night that the matchmaking queue had like 400 or 500 people in it before it did a match, but there's 8,000 people on right now, where usually it's at like 4,000 or 5,000 this early for the NA server. Hello, Rexes, maybe. The T29's gonna be coming up next, but you know, I do tanks more than once. If anybody wants to, you know, request a certain tank more than once a stream, that's perfectly fine by me. Oh lord, there's so many heavies and TDs to where I'm gonna head to a spot I think I can help, but I'm kind of hoping that my team plays it like we should. Hello, Floyd. Yeah, like, you can get somewhat good shots like from E1, you know, into the center, Where since we have so many heavy tanks and tank destroyers, you know, I shouldn't be needed to say go over here, or eventually they'll push here after they go through the mountains, which, let's see. Like the cap being over here, you know, I'm probably not going to end up capping out, but I'm not going to want to brawl against, you know, all those heavy tanks up in, what is it, C7? Like the M48 would just get torn to shreds there. That sounds really good, William. We had, you know, we had like traditional, like a filet roast. Rev 103B's already set up. He's actually set up pretty far up for a Strev 103B. Huh. That's kind of strange, Jacob. Maybe there's something wrong with it right now. One of their little micro patches. Whoa, you don't gotta move up, dude. I think everyone's excited to see the new graphic render. It's gonna change the game a ton. Yeah, I think graphics cards are definitely a... Oh, I guess got hit by HE by a 268 sitting there. At least there's no arties. Yeah, this Strev 103B just got freaking annihilated. That's why, I don't know why he pushed up there. Like, you're in a tank that you kind of need to stay hidden with, and yet he pushed up basically to where he's gonna get spotted every time he fires. I really hope our south, like, we can push here. Well, hopefully I don't die here, but we can definitely push. It's just we have, I don't know why we have like an IS-7, a 183. They don't fight well on hills. But this 268, I'm not able to spot him either because we have like a 2-tank advantage up here to where, you know, us not pushing is really hurting our team. And hell, we're not even hitting that Badger in the center. Like, they're starting to push through here. I'm gonna fall back because I can't hit those guys in the center now safely. With the amount of HP I have, I'll die pretty quickly. But like, I have no, you know, our Badger's not even paying attention here. We just literally let their TD stroll right through the center of the map very slowly, and he didn't even get shot once from the side. That's not good. We're probably gonna lose. I would say we're gonna lose because of that. Like, not to blame it on like one person or anything, it's just we're gonna lose because, you know, that Badger just literally strolled right across there without taking any damage, and everyone's just gonna follow right through. But completely out of this yet. Got nailed by E100, unfortunately. It's kind of my fault for, I was sticking out there a little bit too far. Yeah, I went all the way across the map to be able to get to him. Granted, at the same time, where the Badger was, they should have been able to get more damage off of him. Hello, Obo. See, I love lobster. Ryan doesn't really like it. But I can eat lobster pretty much any day. Alright. He looks like a very juicy target if he's up high when I spot here. And he's not. can HE him. I think they forgot about HE, but oh lord. 10 degrees of gun depression. That's why that's a little bit unbalanced. Do I think that he can hit me? I think he can hit me, but I took my shot with you know, freaking HE, but there's only so much I can do. It's just, you know, we're tied here, but we're in such bad positions. If our JPZ gets the E5 out, great. And if our 183 gets this E100 out, even better. It's just, I don't have any HP to play with now. I still don't get why we haven't won the South, but he didn't shoot. Badger though. Oh, don't, dude. I don't know what you're doing now. I did not, Nikolai. I don't think it's, you know, I already have a German tier 8 crew trainer in the Luva, the where, you know, it doesn't make sense for me to get that where, to me, it's not that good. Like, it's definitely a well-balanced tier 8 premium heavy, but you know, if I already have one, there's not too much use for it, in my opinion. I have the VK101P to where that's flat out the better tank. Unfortunately here, I'm kind of screwed. I'm probably going to end up getting myself killed. Trying my best not to miss that shot, and I held it a little bit too long there, but this E100 is going to die. Gonna be him or me, to where he's most likely gonna. Yeah, we just lost our E5 in the south. Our 3 tanks in the center are still struggling to kill the 1 Super Conqueror and 268. He's gone. And the Badger got me. It's just, the enemy team, they set up really well there, especially at the end, but we missed so many opportunities that, you know, we should have lost that, and we have. To where I forgot to even look how much damage and stuff I did, because I was a little frustrated there. I think though I lost the challenge, since that was a challenge there. I had to get the 4,000, or no, I barely got over it. I had to get the 4,000 damage, block, and assist, and I got to like 4,100 and something. Oh, I just barely got over that. It's not exactly how I like to win them, but yeah, somehow I blocked over 1,000 damage in the M48 there in that match. I did not expect that. Well, sorry it wasn't a great match for a challenge, William, but I did barely eke over. Hello, Yosef, nice to see you. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, and you know, Happy New Year and holidays to everybody, since you know, the New Year's coming up for a lot of people, or everybody, but you know, some people really celebrate the New Year. We don't do too much, but hello, Andrew, nice to see you. Yep, everything's been very good here. Hi, Super Cat. Hopefully, you and your family have had a very nice holiday weekend here. All right. But I have the T29. I was just double checking my math for that last battle, since I popped out a little bit quick there at the end. Sorry about that, but I'm honestly surprised that I barely got over the 4K mark. That's no good. Well, hopefully whatever's wrong gets better here soon, Andrew. Especially, it's not a great time to be there, but I hope, you know, all gets well. But yeah, I only did 2,300 damage here, but combined 2,300, 1,200 block. I don't know how I got that, and then almost 500 assist, and it barely got over. But somehow, some way, I honestly got lucky by that one, or with that one. Hello, Abdul. Thank you very much. I would say I'm still kind of recovering from yesterday. It's like you know, Christmas Eve we're at my parents for, you know, most of the afternoon and day, to where I'm still waking up here. I got up like 50 minutes before the stream here this morning, but yesterday we had like 20 people over our house here, where I cooked Christmas dinner, you know, with dessert, you know, app stuff like that. So people were here, you know, fairly late, and then I had to rip my computer apart to switch out the GPU. So I'm a little tired. Hello, Colin Game. Nice to see you. I need my caffeine to kick in, honestly. Alright, do we have a lot of people going that way? Alright, we have a Yag Tiger 8.8. I'll head that way. Which, last stream, you know, this past Saturday, we did vote on which tank line I'm starting next. It's not the only tank line I'm going to be starting. Oh lord. He's... $13.75 is really lucky. But I did buy the toaster, you know, the tier 5 PZ4C TD and the Grill 15 line. Once I finish the KV4 grind, I'm grinding still, which I did see a 30B. I don't know if it used the tank request command, but I did see one. Let me add that in before I forget. I did buy that, so I'm at a nice even 300 tanks now in my garage. That 299 was bothering me. Well, that's good. It seems to be getting better. Which, hello, Aka. Nice to see you. That's never, yeah, it's never a fun thing. I had a lot of problems with like bronchitis and stuff with my tonsils when I was younger. Hopefully, I kind of felt a little bit sick, honestly, waking up this morning. Like my throat's a little irritated, and I'm trying not to talk too loud here, honestly. That way, you know, I don't like start coughing or something during the stream. He's gonna come around here, I can almost guarantee it. But yeah, luckily, you know, I don't feel too bad here, talking a lot. He's gonna give me a shot, most likely. Yep, just barely got that in. So far so good. I do have to worry about, they do have a KV2, well, that one, plus they have another one. I'm trying not to take a lot of damage from him, if I can help it. Of course I missed. Yep, here's 330 damage, basically. It's just, the T-29, you know, doesn't have very thick sides, so it's really easy to hit it, you know, in a side armor. T-34, I was about to say, please don't hit me. Awesome. Set them on fire, no fire extinguisher. Whoop, or a manual one. And I'll still take that. There's a VK100-01P, which basically with this matchmaking, he's a tier 9. KB2 is getting a little bit out there. He's my primary target and he's a goner. Yeah, that's what I plan on drinking after the stream here. Like I just have water and coffee right now, or caffeinate it. I don't like to say caffeinate it. I'll say caffeinate it. Chocolate milk. You know, I don't really drink true coffee. Oh Lord, he hit me. That's not good. I think, yeah, they're all gonna get him. I'm better off helping focus on this guy here. Maybe? He's still alive. That's not good. The stream's lagging? Daniel, do you mean it's buffering for you? If it's buffering, just drop the quality down from 1080 down to 720p and it'll be fine. As far as lagging, is it, you know, if anyone else can let me know. I did just get a new GPU, granted it's stronger than my old one, where it shouldn't be like stuttering or anything. But you know, let me know if there's a issue, guys, if it's like screen tearing, stuff like that. But if it's just buffering, you know, like loading, that's just, I stream at a pretty high bitrate. So here on YouTube, there's really good transcoding options, which is why I have, you know, I prioritize YouTube over Twitch because I stream to both. More or less, if you're having buffering problems at 1080p, especially if you keep the stream where you can see the chat and the stream at the same time, pretty much all you got to do is just drop it to 720p and it'll fix those problems. Hello, Merlin. Nice to see you. Oh. Yeah, at least, you know, even though you're in the hospital, Andrew, it seems like you still had, you know, a decent holiday. Or I hope, you know, you get better. You know, with something like that, I think that should get over pretty fast if, you know, you said it's starting to get better. Hot toddy. There's no way we're going to be able to get back to reset. Unless our already starts firing away. Hello, Goku. Nice to see you. But I don't know why we needed to send 2 people to get the SPGs. Okay, so Daniel, that's probably the problem. It's basically just the buffering. Even though maybe they got one reset or someone accidentally got off. We're gonna get a tie unless we get another reset here, but it sucks. But it's not like our SPG's fault or anybody's. We just could have done a couple things differently. I wish I would have pointed it out a little bit sooner that they were gonna cap, but oh well. The reason Panzer is, which decent match here, Master Bad second class, high caliber award. Like I use a lot of heat in the E100. Has a really long reload time. Accuracy is a little bit poor, especially when you're shooting at long ranges, but you know, it's just a lot of times with heat you kind of forget you have it loaded. At least I do. But you know, since the AP pen's a little bit low, it is a lot better to where you probably, like, I probably don't need to use as much heat as I do in it. But you know, it's just swapping back to AP. If, say, you have a heat shell you're shooting, say, like, let's just go with another E100. You kill them with heat, and then you're like 3, 4, 5 seconds into your reload with your next heat shell, and you're like, oh, there's a Tiger 2 coming up. I don't need this. You're still going to stick with the heat because otherwise you're losing, you know, DPM and reload time swapping. You know, it's not always those circumstances, but that's at least when I play it. Like, I kind of forget I, you know, have the other shells unless, like, it's a specific scenario where I need, say, an AP shell or HE over heat, if that makes any sense. Thanks, Floyd. That's good. You kind of have, I guess, yeah, all the eating and drinking coming up here. That's not bad. I'm not... I kind of want to go over here, but not that much, though. We'll see what I can do, though. So we do need something over here. And say I finally have getting enough battles in my T29 since Marks of Excellence came out to actually get some. Even though I have a ton of battles in it, most of my battles were in the first like 2 or 3 months of me playing the game. What tank would you like for the challenge, Andrew? Oopsie daisy, sorry Leo. I'm really sorry you took that shot, but I didn't think he was honestly going to pull back that fast. But I did the sin of driving behind my teammate. I'm gonna see if this Centaurian, I barely would be able to spot him, but I wasn't able to. Come on, are you gonna pop out for me? I thought he was, but this T10's starting to... Okay, the Sheridan's around now. The T10 was starting to look like I was gonna be able to shoot him, but... Crap. We're just losing a lot of ground here. We do have a Badger, which is great. Oh lord, they have a T10 over here as well. We need a little bit of assistance, people. I should have taken the clear shot, but we're gonna lose it. If we lose this little area here, we're done for as a team. I can pretty much guarantee it. Our Badger already got flanked. Yeah, our Leopard, or their Leopard prototype, not ours. He's able to get good shots on me, and this Sheridan's pushing in. Trying to maybe slow him down a little bit, but that's not working, obviously. It's just one of those things where this side it's really tricky, honestly, to win this flank specifically. I'll get a little bit more damage off on their Sheridan here. Oop, nicely done. But our team, the southern team on Swamp here is just... you're at such a huge disadvantage because even just looking at how the map, just say if you just look at how it's drawn, with teams, you know, you're starting here and essentially here. This side from the get-go has a lot more open, you know, areas to basically get, rather than this side that's concentrated mainly in here, here, and if you get up here, you're just pretty much cut off and you're just killed. To where if I ever win from the southern flank, I'm like ecstatic because, you know, it's definitely one of the harder sides in the entire game to win from right now. Alright, Carnivarn challenge. I can get to that now. I actually have not played that since I've bought it back. So I've got to do 1.5 times the HP total and damage, assist and blocked here. Now to get to 2,400 between them all here. It is a waste of credits. It's just, you know, sometimes it kind of slips your mind, and that tank specifically. Like, that's probably the tank that I largely forget about, like using premium in the 100. Whether it's, you know, you played a lot before the AP got buffed a little bit, or, you know, you just like throwing heat out of it. Thank you, William, for tipping Levi another biscuit here. And say he liked Christmas. He's already staring at me here. He really liked Christmas yesterday. He was so pooped at the end that he just laid on his bed at one point, even with everyone still here, and he's like, "I'm done. Leave me alone." Yes, the Carnivarn. I think it's probably, like, definitely not for this map here, to be honest. It's not great at brawling because it does have, it's 320 damage, I think. Oop, 280 damage, even lower than I thought here. You know, it has a low alpha for a tier 8 heavy, but ever since they buffed it, it's much better at, say, hold down fighting than it was before, because its armor wasn't exactly excellent, but it's actually a pretty decent tank now. I think I have this. I might honestly have this screwed up, and I might have a wrong gun on it, but I don't think. I think I double checked, because this is the first battle I've played in this since buying it back here. Hello, Carol, and also Holden Man. I think it's, you know, probably the most comparable to, say, like the T-32, and I would say it's better than the T-32 by, you know, not a, whew, that's awesome, Scorpion G. Not like a huge margin, but definitely noticeable. Mainly because your gun is actually accurate and can penetrate things. Who knows though, I might have the wrong gun on this, but this was one of those tanks to where I bought back like 5 or 6 tanks last week, and I might have missed a few things here or there. This is gonna hurt. It's not gonna protect me against a Scorpion G unless he hits me on my mantlet. But ever since they buffed it, it's got a lot more turret armor. Awesome. He actually does. He has another manual. I'm surprised people use manual fire extinguishers. Not to say they're not worth even having, but they're pretty close to where you know, you're better off picking something else if you want to use a manual one. Only because it's impossible to stop the damage quick enough. I think this Centurion is... I was looking at the hill. We're basically lacking on the 8 line and also on the hill, so I need to speed things up a little bit here. Hello, Almog. Thanks for tipping Levi again, William. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something right. I probably should have went to this side, but they did a pretty good job here. We'll be fine here. We're up by 4. Our hill's probably gonna lose, but they're not gonna lose by that much, it looks like. Churchill has a good gun here, but I'm honestly not Not even scared of him because you're able to shoot him before he can shoot you pretty much every time. But really the only downside to the Caravan is, you know, the lack of alpha, and, you know, just pretty much don't get close to tanks that can out damage you per shot, you know, by a decent amount. And you're gonna have a pretty good job at having a good match. That hurt a little bit. Is that E25 gonna? He's gonna reset the cap. I would do the same thing. Well, thanks for tipping Levi on behalf of Carol. Alright, Firefly, thank you. I was about to say, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to push up the hill because that'll take forever, but I don't want to ram the Firefly because I would probably kill them. So. Hello, Fix-It Man. Well, for comparison reasons, not to say I'm, you know, always right, because I definitely am not. The only premium, basically consumable that I use on my tanks are fire extinguishers. Wargaming switched them. It was partly, which Master Badge second class here, Piscucci's medal. Not a bad battle here. Thanks for requesting this, Andrew. I had to get to 2,400. Yes. Between everything. And I actually just barely got over it. I had 2,200 damage basically and 600 assist. So barely got over it all here. So we have an SPG. I do not have a Ferdinand Panzer, sorry. Thanks for the challenge. So far, two challenges in here. I've barely gotten past both of them. But yeah, for example, let me hop into my store. Basically, Wargaming changed. Like, I have them on pretty much every tank outside of a few I don't play a lot. I don't have them on there unless I pop into them. You know, my standard consumable setup is just repair, medkit, premium auto. The reason is it does lower the chance of fires. It pretty much goes off immediately. Like, you get, I think, 1 tick of damage. But the manual one, they switched it to where there used to be mods to where a manual one was better than the auto, to where the mod would automatically trigger it. They switched it to where the manual, I believe the minimum you take is like 3 or 4 ticks of damage now, before it actually is capable of being basically triggered, to where, you know, it is a difference to where while it doesn't seem large, I think it's worth the cost. If you don't want to put it on all your tanks, maybe just do it down to like tier 6 or something, because I feel like that's the one that is worth using. Like, I know a lot of people recommend using food and stuff. I don't think it's worth it. The price of that. Thanks, Andrew. Which I hold up. I think you're a little bit past Halloween, but granted, yeah. E54 Gabrielle or Gabriella, I can add it on there. Well, you know, the standard challenges, you know, like the first tier of them, not the deluxe or the ultimate, I would say it's kind of easy for me to get them. It just, you know, they're like kind of slanted in my favor a little bit, the standard ones. I've actually thought about making them a little bit harder, like 1.75 times instead of 1.5 times the HP. It's just because unless I'm in like a mouse or like a super heavy, they're the main reason I kept it at 1.5. I can typically eke out, you know, enough damage to cover it, but you know, there's those matches though that You know, I don't even get close to doing my HP total and damage and stuff. Sorry, Canadian. It's only Thursdays and Fridays I platoon currently. Well, yes, it is banned, Holden, but that's part of the reason they switched the consumable around for the fire extinguishers, because it came out and it wasn't, you know, they didn't basically catch it in time, in my opinion, and it was in like a gray area. And then the next patch they switched they switched the fire extinguishers to where, you know, the auto one's just flat out better than the manual. But yes, it is a banned mod. I don't know what that M41 was doing, but I don't think that he really knows how to scout on this map, to be honest, because, oops, oh, he's shooting heat, so most of my turret is a weak spot now. Oh lord. Yep, awesome. I'm dead. Almost guaranteed that I'm gonna die here. It's kind of nice for them to stop, but whatever. Case in point here, I'm in a great tank and I stupidly pushed out a little too far and I died. But that's what I get for pushing up there. I saw that mainly the FE42 or 4202 stopped, but like that, yeah. We have matches like that today, or every now and again. I'm gonna let me hop into my newest grind before I get to the next request, the M4190. Got ourselves the toaster here. I see plenty of people still do it. I don't know why they do it. Granted, you know, I didn't do anything that match at all. No damage, I just blocked damage and died. But it happens though. The enemy, I didn't think that they'd get that many tanks up there that early to shoot on us, but then again, our light did just basically die and left us blind there. Hello, JT, nice to see you. The Top Gun? I'm not sure, honestly, Canadian. I can't give you a straight answer right away. I just bought that tank back as well, but off the top of my head, I have no clue. 8.8 centimeter, maybe? But yeah, please, you know, use the tank request command. Kind of expect, you know, if I see some of your guys' names where you've watched, you know, at least a few dozen of my streams, it would be nice to use the request command because it makes it a lot easier on me to be able to field your tank requests. Oh, I'm glad, you know, even though, you know, it is hard to win challenges sometimes, even like if I pick a good tank for like the highest, like the ultimate challenge, where I have to do 3x the HP, I can sometimes pull them off pretty easily. It's just, I'm gonna get spotted here with my first shot, but this is really the only tank you'll ever see me use a camouflage net in above like tier 4 or tier 5. But I may end up, I would be better off fighting in the south, honestly. But I got a decent shot there. Let's see, the Oni is not able to hit me yet. He's about to though, but I got the M4 out. Awesome. Stat-wise, outside of this being a freaking gigantic box with no armor, I actually think it's a pretty decent tank. Like, the gun on it's excellent. It's just staying alive that's the hard part. Like right now, artillery, if I was spotted, which I think I was, is gonna shred me, but my team... Right now my team is just getting annihilated. Like we have people in the south. I didn't go down there because, you know, being a little bit lower tier match here. Earlier, you know, I had a tier 8 through 10 match, I believe, or it was just, yeah, it was tier 8 through 10, I believe. Same setup here, same team side and everything. So that's why I went south. They tend to not go one-sided very quickly, at least most of the time. But even with the poor gun depression, I'm trying to work off of this little incline. It's just, yeah, this guy has me. Maybe not. I thought he had me spotted there. But with the premium rounds, I swapped to them because this Oni I kind of need to penetrate every time. Not that I hit him with either one of them, but I'm gonna get rebalanced here in a moment. Yep. One more shot and I'm dead. There we go. A little bit more damage, but really downside of this, no armor, such a large size, but the gun's excellent and the camouflage is good too. But actually using the camo net, I thought about putting like a gun laying drive, but this tank doesn't need it. You know, the camo net, I put it on there because if you can use it, it does give a pretty good boost to your camo, but actually using it because the left and right gun constraints aren't that generous, you do end up resetting your camo net a lot with wiggling around. I'm getting to a raffle, but I'm just gonna wait for the end of the battle here since it's just gonna be over pretty quickly. Alright, so next up I have a M41 90, the Black Dog up next, a lot of people call it. Which the winner gets 600 Levi biscuits here. I'll take a peek at the Tiger P to see what gun I have on it, but I think it's 8.8 centimeter. Hard for me to remember, honestly, a lot of, say, like, not super popular tanks as far as, like, specifics, as far as, like, equipment and stuff. I'm still keeping an eye on my OBS and stuff to make sure I have my settings right. So far it looks like I have things pretty well to where getting a new graphics card yesterday, I went from being able to almost max everything out while streaming in World of Tanks here, usually capped at 60 FPS, to I have everything but shadows. I have shadows on high instead of ultra, where everything else is maxed out. But Mastery Badge 3rd class, top damage, I guess not bad considering the match that we had there. We had so many 0 damage tanks, but not too shabby. Looking at the Tiger P before I get to the... Here we go, 8.8 centimeter, where, yeah, that's really the only gun you would use on the Tiger P. I don't know why you would ask otherwise, but yeah, that's literally the only gun I would use on that. Alright, so I have the M41. Hello, Israel, nice to see you. Thanks for tipping Levi again here, William. He's gonna put on a few. Hey, there's one right there. He's gonna put on a few pounds here. Hey, there you go. Did you find it? No. He is mad. Usually he gets 2 pieces, but some of these, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say them. Some of these are like long. They're called yummy chummies. It's pretty much like it's a salmon fishery owned by a family in Alaska, to where they use any like cuttings and stuff of the fish to make dog treats out of, you know, for what they can't use for people. I know there's only 2 people entering the raffle, so it's a 50-50 chance right now. The new graphics do look pretty awesome. Where there should be a sandbox coming up after like holiday ops gets towards like the last week or finish, we should see the next sandbox for the HD maps start for testing. At least that was Wargaming's last plan, was they did want to do one more sandbox test for that. We have a lot of chatter, and no offense to anyone that is younger, but since it's, you know, school's out, there's gonna be a lot of bantering for next week or so with a lot of kids out from school. Right, that's who I wanted to shoot early on. I don't know if I'm gonna... I thought I was gonna get 1 shot here, but no. Ah, crap. I missed that. Is he gonna push up to where I can hit him? Most likely not. Let's go to T40. He's gonna have a tough time surviving that. Or M41. The M4190, it's pretty much the best tier 8 light. It's almost like a tier 9 light, or you can compare it against, say, like a tier 8 medium when it comes to, whoops, I accidentally auto aim there. When it comes to like fighting close up, it's balanced with the old matchmaker in mind. Congrats, Floyd, on winning the raffle. Nothing to be sorry about. You know, I say it a lot to where, you know, a lot of times you guys, you know, saying like the same people win over and over. Not everyone always enters them, so sometimes the chances are pretty good to win a raffle. Alright, I don't know why, I guess even with heat, that's not a great shot. This is VK3001D is shredding me here for more HP than I actually want to give up. Give the Churchill 7 credit though for taking a little bit of damage for his teammate, but they never said anything about there being no more one-shots. SPGs can still one-shot things with no armor. They just lessen the chance because, you know, the max damage roll isn't high enough to kill anything outside of light or some TDs if you get a direct hit and penetrate them, because they lowered the penetration on a lot of the HE rounds for Arty. I don't have another shot here. Hello, Matt. Nice to see you. I'm glad they like the game. That's nice to hear. That's not too bad, getting a free game from watching the stream. See, I remember, I used to love, you know, Christmas And, you know, anytime when I was off from school, just being able to play a ton of new games, not a worry in the world. No, not worth it. The T-25 behind me. This guy's probably gonna ram me, honestly. I can take one more shot here. Yeah, they're coming for the ram. That's what I would do. I'd say right now, I think I only have, like, technically, you know, people can buy game keys through my chatbot shop here. I think I have like one key left for actual games. I forget what one it is. I don't think it's like a massive game though. It's one of the smaller ones. I have like 20 or so keys for different. I need to go through them someday here for like video editing and like graphic rendering stuff, where I may raffle them out. I think like I mainly bought this one bundle with all these keys for Sony Vegas Pro. I forget what version of it, but it was like $300 typically, you know, buying it, this program for, you know, video editing, and I got it for like, I think I spent like $20 or something. I usually do over the norm. I typically get most of my keys through humblebundle.com, and yeah, I typically throw a little bit more towards charity. But T29 up here. Next up. Well, yeah, that's because yeah, like stuff like the Scorpion G and lights and stuff, you can still get one shots, because take like the T92, it still is a pretty decent damage per shot gun compared to like shooting lights and TDs and stuff it sees. So what they did when they rebalanced Arty is not only did they lower like some damage and stuff, but say like the HE pen on like the T92, I forget what it used to be, but say it was like 60 millimeters, something like that. So not that much, but when you're hitting say the roof armor or like the engine deck on a tank, and it's like 20-30 millimeters thick all across a lot of tanks, or like 5 or 10 and stuff, say on like a Scorpion G, you can penetrate it and do full damage, to where say they lowered it from, what did I say, like 60-70 millimeters, I think I said 60, they lowered that down to say like 30, it, you know, it really lessens the chance to do full damage. Hello, Leonard. I'm hopefully gonna get William, now that the holidays have kind of passed here, I might be able to do what's on my list right now for map tactics. If you're talking about the Klondike one, I'm hoping to do one for the other Grand Battle map, because those shouldn't change much. It's just with the HD graphics coming out, you know, in March, they're going to be changing tons of maps where, you know, little changes make a pretty big difference. But I might put one of those out, but right now on my list is getting a couple little easy, like not like 100% in depth weak spot guides, but they'll be useful for the new French heavies, the Badger, and I think they're the VK168 probably as well. Israel, honestly, there's no real best tanks for those situation. It's just whatever you play best in. But honestly, like a Kolobanov's medal, I saw one get awarded to a Badger like a couple days after it came out on a live server, where it was like the cheapest one I've ever seen, where honestly the easiest time you'll have getting say a Kolobanov's is playing Assault. They were defending and our team was playing really freaking slow, and they ended up winning because our team didn't they ran out of time before actually killing him. Or no, we still won. No, we still won, I believe. I don't think that's a requirement, but they ended up not killing him. They just capped out, and it was like him. I forget. He might have won. We might have won, but basically with Assault having a very short time limit, I think it's 12 instead of 15 minutes of battle. Defending sometimes, saying like a tank like a Badger, if you have HP at the end, you can kind of ride it out and hide, and still win or run out of time. To where it could be you against like say 5 or 6 tanks and you can still pull a medal out. It's really cheap. Like this one was Corellia with a Badger defending. I stupidly died against them, but my teammates were so afraid, even though we had like, I think there were 6 tanks after I died, and like 1 SPG was one of the 6. They were so afraid to push into him that he ended up pulling out a medal. Okay, you have to win. I kind of thought that, but I was definitely wrong saying a couple things. Where yes, then he did basically run out enough time to where what got me on that battle was he pushed from Corellia Assault Defense, so everyone can kind of picture that being spawning on the kind of the northwest side. He pushed out literally into the center, like the swampy area, and it was just him at the end of the battle against, before I died, 7 of us. Like I was one-shottable, which is why I died, but he somehow stuck it out. Granted, it was tier 8s and 9s. I don't think any of our 10s were left, but I don't know how they didn't kill him. I was pretty mad that the person got it, to be honest. You know, kudos to the person, but yeah, he should have lost. Hello, GG. But really, that's the easiest way to get one. I don't even think I have one, to be honest. You know, I mostly chalk those up to occasionally, you know, you see people get them and they just literally like carried themselves at the end and their team to a win. But most of the time it's the enemy team just completely like, up here you can have the win, and they just completely screw it up. But it is one of those medals that are pretty cool to have. Hello, Seth. Yeah, the contacts list is broken. You know, sometimes relogging fixes it, but I think I tried that this morning and it didn't. I don't think it worked. But another nice little win here. You know, damage-wise, I pretty much didn't do anything, but I somehow got 3 kills. You know, for 341 damage. Our M41 and S51 did a pretty damn good job, though. But yeah, I'll take a nice quick win. But yeah, I think mine's still, yeah, it's still broken here. I have a comment up next here. I probably should just use my filter here. Oh man, there we go. I have so many tier 6s now. I was like, where is it? Let me just get a couple of my crew skills. I forgot to do this the last time I played it. I'll wait. I'll do a concealment on that. I'll reset and put safe stowage on later point. Or I guess go concealment until I get 6 cents on the commander. Comment here. Well, over the past week, relogging has kind of fixed it to where you can connect to it. Albeit it does break after a few battles, but that has kind of fixed it. Well, I believe Kolbanov's, I don't think it works under tier 4 if I'm I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they removed a lot of those medals from lower tiers to buy, or not buy, to prevent people from seal clubbing. No, it isn't, GG. So let me, oh well, we got in a battle here. So something about the max level for Christmas. So more or less, basically the goal of the holiday ops here, you have collections where if you get every single ornament, you get like a special camo, and you get the 48% bonus to credits, experience, stuff like that. And then you have putting decorations on the tree. If you're not buying any boxes, really, you have to be smart with what you prioritize. But you don't actually need, I saw some people, like I'm in a group on Facebook that people were talking about it for tanks, and also like on the forums, to where to get, say, like the collection bonus, if you have every single ornament, you don't actually have to keep them. Like, you don't have to keep one of each. Just basically sell everything, break it down, except for, you know, the one slot that you keep leveling up from tier 4 to tier 5, stuff like that, to where you can get to level 10 if you focus on that. To where you don't have to hold, say, like one of each tier 1 to get a collection bonus. Once you get it, it counts as you having that for if you're trying to get like all of, you know, every ornament in a specific theme. It is hard without spending money, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's not impossible. And they do reset, like right now we're on the second reset, but come this Friday, and then there'll be one more, I believe, all the missions do reset again. I was a little bit too late when that IS-2 got me. But there is a mission. I think it only works for EU though. I don't know if they put one out for NA yet. About my teammate. EU has one where there's a code that gives you 10 boxes for 1 win. They put that out yesterday. I didn't pen a Scorpion G, really? He's dead though. I'm happy. I don't think it works for NA though. I saw that on Reddit earlier. But yeah, it's the same as last year where it resets every Friday. At least on the NA server, it resets every Friday. I'm not sure about, like, Russia, it might, I don't know, be a different day, but... See you, Andrew. Hope you get better soon here. But Merry Christmas to you again, and hopefully you get to stuff your face full of something better in hospital food soon. Ah, Lord, I should have hit that. Thank you. I'm waiting for this IS-2, honestly, to pop up again. I don't want them to, but I'm also afraid of Artie, to where, you know, these are not the most well-placed shots, but I have plenty of shells to go around right now. Or if we can get this Skoda out, which I think will be fine here, I might as well just start pushing. Okay, every Monday. Well, it's not rigged, it's just it's very random for the amount of ornaments, but you know, it isn't impossible to get to level 10 without buying. It's, you know, just with only one reset happening so far, you know, it's, oh god, at IS-2, I wasn't expecting him to hit me right away. That's kind of sucky, to where this E25, he's gonna mow me down. Unless I can get, nope. That's my bad though. At least we killed the E25. It's just they got the IS-2 as well, which is awesome. We're gonna win it now. Almost 1,000 damage, 1,300 assists. I'm just gonna wait because we're gonna cap him out in 10 seconds. It isn't very random. I would say I only noticed it was like 1 or 2 times where I got like ornaments, you know, like say more than say 2 times in a row. Hello Gus, using the crafter. Honestly though, I have so many. I need to open up these boxes. I have so many of them, but you know, I was very lucky to where William, Grigsby, they both bought me boxes, and I bought, you know, some myself, of course. But one easy way to open them, I believe, quickly, you hit open, escape. Yeah, I saw people doing that, to where if you need to open them quickly, you just hit open, then you just hit the escape button really fast. Sure, Bill. There's still room for tank requests if you'd like. Oops, I did not mean to click that. Let's see, got all my reserves going still. Hello, Jack. Well, are you doing? Well, I guess you're getting them through the boxes. As far as crafting go, I believe if you're just going for completely random, I forget what it was though. There was one like craft 3 or something. I forget, somebody said something about you can craft randomly, but I don't even know. But you know, it does get expensive as you get up. But you know, you'll get there eventually. Honestly, there's not too much you can sometimes do about random things, but T57 heavy, sure thing. Hi. Hello, Attila, nice to see you. Nice, you got a new PC, Gus? See you, Nikolai. Have a nice one. Thanks for watching. Alright, Insk again. Hopefully, yeah, I don't mind getting it in IS-7. It's gonna be tough though with if I face off against say like the E100 or even like a T30. But I'm doing pretty well today, you know. Finally waking up here. a little bit of a busy day yesterday, Christmas, but all good right now. Levi's still a little poop too, even though, hey, trying to groom something he's not supposed to. Need to pay attention to driving. I just almost like went completely to the wrong spot, but here's their E100. Wasting a shot. Is AMX. I don't know what he's doing, but not a good tank to begin with, and he didn't do himself any favors here. I'll get to it, Israel. The TOG 2. I do see it now. Sorry that I missed it. But yeah, it is on my tank request list. I just forgot to add it. Should be able to bounce this. He did just shoot though, so come on, T30, get him. Nope. I saw E100 was also using just AP. That helps me out quite a bit here. Keeping an eye on my right if he pushes up again. For using AP still, you can tell, you know, difference between. There's a heat shell. They're tinted blue. Sorry, T30. This is gonna hurt. He used HE though, thankfully for me. Now we're in trouble. We don't really have that much help behind us. Sorry, T30, you're gonna die here. I'm gonna try to help you from here. It's just this E100 now has a good spot. I don't have that much APCR left, but we're definitely lacking a few tanks here, to say the least. I don't know. Come on, guys. I don't know if they're gonna make it. Gonna definitely die from this guy. My only hope is, nah, I angled wrong too. We're still most likely gonna win this, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather get a better shot here. There we go. Yeah, he got me. He has kept hitting me in the side, but oh well. We're still gonna win. Hello, Metro. Doug, nice to see you. E95 requests too? Sure. I'll say at this point, you know, with requests now, it's gonna definitely be at the very, very end of the stream. Hopefully you and your family had a very nice Christmas. A lot of the camos look kind of funky. I'm soloing today, HD. Pretty much only time I'm going to be platooning is the first half of Thursday and Friday streams. Until my schedule changes, that's what I'm going to stick with. Got a high caliber, also Confederate award. Top damage. Still died at the end of the day, but yeah. I'll still take that. That was a pretty good match there. Only, you know, third class. The IS-7's a pretty... I thought it was good before the buff, but after the buff, you know, it's... There's not too much to hate about it. I have a 30B up next. Alright. Okay, up after this, I have the T-54 Mod 1, Patriot, an SPG, Cromwell, T-54. I'm gonna say with the requests I have now, I should be able to get done all the requests here. It looks like it's a little bit more than usual since I typed out like the Cromwell and the Malshin. Yep, HD maps, March next year is the kind of release date. It's not set in stone, but more or less likely it's going to happen because the sandbox for the next iteration is going to pop up here sometime in January, I believe. They want to, you know, make sure that is, you know, they want to make sure as much people as possible can actually play the new maps, to where it should virtually be the same, but I'm sure some very small percentage of people might not be able to run the minimal graphics, which is why they released that graphics engine kind of benchmark. But honestly, expecting a game in 2018 at that point to run on a, say, a computer that's from like 2000 or so. It's kind of pushing it, you know, to where, you know, it might be time to upgrade a little bit. Like, you can pretty much build from scratch. I'd say, like, the most expensive part honestly would be Windows 10 would cost, you know, $100 basically, I think, for a license. But excluding that, you can probably build a PC with, you know, the case, power supply, and everything for maybe max $500 and be able to run World of Tanks on medium settings. Because graphics cards you can buy basically like, say, a 1060 or something, or AMD if you're going, you know, for a budget, and still get a lot of processing power. IS-3 Defender, I do not. I have an Object 252U, that's what the Defender's called, but IS-3 Defender isn't that just on, that's on consoles, that's not on PC. Hello, Nicholas, nice to see you. Hope you had a very good Christmas as well. Somewhere has the VK168 here. You know, I had someone trying to argue. Someone bought it and I commented and saying like, well, for anyone else, like, it's not a bad premium to pick up if you don't have a Luva or a VK 4503, but you know, it really struggles against tier 9s and 10s and even tier 8s because of the weak spots. But you know, someone was very angry at me for kind of pointing that out. But it remains to be seen whether or not. I think that's one premium to where I think they'll give that a small buff at some point. I don't know why I did that second little popover. That was kind of dumb on my part. Yep, and Object 140 hit me. I might regret trying to go for Artie here. That's about the extent of what I was gonna do. But the AMX-30B, a lot of people, like, I'm almost in that boat to where it feels like a downgrade from the AMX-30. Tier for tier, it's probably worse off to where, yeah, I can't go up here. Your cupola is so large on it, and that guy gets hit me near my mantlet, but it's so large compared to the tier 9 that you're gonna get penetrated pretty much every time you crest over a hill in your scene. But you get a little bit more accuracy as far as like on the move accuracy, and I think it's 0.1 or 0.01 better for overall accuracy, and about 400 more DPM per minute, so you know, about one shot's worth. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's a little bit less mobile to where, you know, when you look at it, it's stacked up against the tier 9, it's, you know, while it is better, there's no doubt about that, it's not like a pure, you know, upgrade compared to others. Object 705, off the top of my head, I don't really know anything. I know it's either the new TD or the new heavy line, but off the top of my head, I don't know. Pretty much wargaming, you know, with the new Russian tanks, whatever they released about, you know, switching things, that's all anybody knows at this point. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, unfortunately, I took a ton of stupid damage to where, you know, while the 30B is not bad, it's just, if you're in a role to where, like me being top tier here, and on this flank I was trying to help them push directly against tanks, it's the weakest roll what's in, because you're really just, you know, a tank that's just spewing shells out and hoping that you pen them, to where it's good at flanking, and you know, it's not good getting shot at, and it's not good, you know, getting a lot of attention thrown your way, because albeit it got an armor buff, it's still really squishy against even tier 8s. Where I can't shoot him here, but technically he could hit my cupola, and I can't actually shoot back at him. Not running, I didn't run away, mainly because we still have 2 TDs here, where, you know, we're not completely out of it, but I'm most likely, you know, going to die. There's no doubt about that. I might be able to get the 140 out if this VK doesn't hit me. It's just this cupola's, it's sticking out still. Not a lot, but enough that, yeah, it matters. Ah, and my Borsig ran away. Awesome. But, you know, it's still worth it for me to kind of stick it out, I think. Still no high hopes. They already can hit me here, but I guess they're focused on the other side. But I got a decent amount of damage off here. He's gonna get me before I reload. Yep. But honestly, had our Borsig stayed where he was, thank you, Artie, for killing him. Or the 183, yeah, they disconnect it. I didn't even know he was AFK, but had the Borsig stayed where he was, that didn't work. We would have been fine there. But anyway, that turned out better than I thought. You know, it can pump out a ton of damage. It's just staying alive in this is really hard. I find it weird that, I know, you know, technically it's correct, the cupola being that big, but coming from the 9 to the 10, that's a really glaring difference that it doesn't seem too big until you start playing this tank. Did 3,200 damage though, 1,000 assists, and we should win this unless my team completely falls apart. So I have a T-54 mod 1 up next here. Yeah, sorry, today I don't platoon. I've already turned down quite a few people. I only platoon. It was Wednesday, Thursday, but it's Thursday morning for streams. I platoon the first half, or Friday nights. Since I swapped Wednesday, I pushed it to Thursday, Friday. So currently I stream Tuesday and Thursday mornings for World of Tanks, starting at 8 AM Eastern Standard Time, and then my night streams are Friday and Sundays, to where I platoon Thursday and Fridays. But you know, more or less, if anyone ever wants to platoon during those days, all you do is message me and I'll do my best to fit you in. The ST2, Tommy Two Guns, that would be a good name. You know, most likely, you know, unless Wargaming, it's potentially, they said, like, you know, let the ST2 start getting hyped up now when they announce the next patch coming in February, very early February. I would say the first week it will release is going to be the Russian, a ton of Russian tanks getting reworked, the ST2 getting put in, you know, the new rear turreted Russian heavy line from tier 8 to 10 spawning off of the KB-13, and maybe some reworks to like the 263 line and stuff. But the ST2 will be interesting. I have a feeling people are going to be like, oh, it's so overpowered. It might end up being it, but it's, to me, you know, granted, there's not a lot of tank designs that have the ST2s. I don't know why I just did that. I didn't even get any extra spots off. That was dumb. But the girl 15 was waiting for me, of course. So let me go lick my wounds and hopefully run away. Basically, to me, it's just a reskinned autoloader to where with 2 guns, it's going to be able to, you know, fire basically 2 rounds very quickly if both guns are loaded. But, you know, it's just a different format of basically what we already have with, say, like the French heavies and stuff like that. It'll be very interesting to see how it works, though. I have a feeling that overall its DPM might be, you know, just average to below average, and the gun handling might be a little bit poor for what people might be expecting. Zachary, I don't know at that point. Honestly, it's not in me. I would not, like, say grind out and focus the 3 mark specific tanks. To me, I'm not interested in stuff like that. Like, if I get them, great, but I'm not gonna, like, it would honestly, I hate, say, grinding for little things like that. I know people like doing it, but I personally find that to be boring. I would probably just play a bunch of different tanks, to be honest. But you know, at this rate, I'm not going to get every tank in the game for like another, you know, who knows what's going to be in store for me or the game in the next like 2 or 3 years. But it would probably take me 3 years to get every tank from this point. The T10's getting moved to a different tank line with another tier 10 after it. It could just be the T10 and IS4 get moved over. That's potentially what they do, and plop the ST2 after the ST1. Or they take the ST1 out of the game and swap the IS4 down a tier, nerf it, and put the ST2 at tier 10, which I don't know why I went over here. We're gonna get absolutely torn apart by this. Honestly, the tier 9 French heavy, the new one, is just, it's awesome for you playing it and not everyone else that has to fight against it. I also have a little dog that's begging me here, but he's gonna be able to shoot me before I can actually get any shots on him, and he's gonna also, yeah, pretty much has no weak spots now frontally, because the cupola, I need to stick with APCR, but I'm dead. Unfortunately, not my match. Honestly, this is where people will be like, ah, god damn it, the frickin' 357 matchmaking. No, I played this crappy. Hello, someone else, nice to see you. So I got a Patriot up next. I'm trying to keep a brisk pace here since I have a lot of tank requests too. But towards the end, I'm pretty much not taking any more tank requests right now, because if I have time, I would like to get some, even if it's just 1 or 2 per tank, a couple grind matches in. I kind of forgot to stop taking tank requests earlier, but let me close them now. But yes, as far as the amount of Russian heavies, you know, you'll have the IS-7, potentially whatever comes after the T10. Like they did state, it's going to lead to some tier 10 heavy. You have the ST2. Hello again, Badger. You have the ST2 and the new, I forget what it is, object something, tier 10, the rear turret one. But anyway, I need to get myself refocused here. That last battle, I shouldn't have got hit by the grill, and I shouldn't have put myself on the hill because honestly, the tier 9, yeah, I'm starting to bump down my frame rate. I'm having troubles with VSync here. I need to fix it up a little bit to, you know, whenever it goes to 60, it can handle 60 FPS, but it throttles it back down to 45 FPS before it actually can, like, stabilize. Yeah, we should see more about the Russian changes. Give it until, like, the second week in January. That's when we'll start seeing, like, preliminary patch notes and stuff like that coming out. Because the release date, they're looking to release it, say, in the early part of February. You know, things could be pushed back to where we should start seeing super tests and stuff starting shortly here. And I wish that was a Type 4, but whatever. I'll push up a little further here. Not that I'm going to be able to fight very well against a Type 4, Type 5, and OHO. And also the gigantic gun waiting in the wings, the FV4005 Stage 2. See if I can get a cheap shot off, but really scared because right now I'm showing, yeah, I'm spotted my engine deck here. I'm scared to head here because there's a Type 4 most likely aiming at me. We have a lot of people on the 2 line. Crap. And we just had someone just get ammo racked. Just bounced off the AMX 30. It's starting to go bad for us because we don't have the center. And basically that 1-2 flank right now, they're not able to keep pushing without the center, or else they'll just be torn apart. Say, this guy got a couple lucky bounces here. The Type 4, I believe, just spotted me though. Basically, I'm bouncing off when I'm hitting his turret or his upper glacis. Finally got him. He was doing the right thing and just kind of popping up and back there, but it was getting a little bit annoying for me. Fortunately, though, we're kind of screwed here. Please don't hit me. FV4005 Stage 2. I've got maybe one more shot on the OHO. Yeah. Yeah. This was all gonna end badly for me because, you know, there was nothing wrong with pushing this side, but they got down here, and without the hill, once you start, you know, pushing here, they're gonna be able to hit you. Pushing here, unless you have this clear, it's just winning this flank. You need to have at least a couple people contesting the hill, which we didn't have at some point. But oh well, you know, we just fortunately kind of played right into that. And coming from the north, losing the hill, you should win it most of the time. So we have an SPG up next. Let me the last stream I played the M53. Why don't I play the Crusader that I'm technically grinding here? But kind of popping up, like the changes that did happen, the most important ones from Wargaming Fest that were announced. So the patch in February, ST2 most likely, a lot of changes to Russian tanks, the new Objects 705A branch that starts at the KV-13. Rear turret, heavily armored, you know, kind of high alpha, low DPM guns. And then the Object 257 replaces, it's basically a tier 9 tier 9 defender, you know, a tier higher. Replaces the T10. T10 moves over to another mini branch, probably just tier 9 and 10. and they slightly hinted at an IS-7. They're looking for PC, whether or not they want to put a 3-round. It's not a true autoloader to where, I forget the specifics, but the IS-7 and a couple other tanks have, they're technically autoloaders, but they're basically like mechanically assisted loading mechanisms. They're not like true clips, if that makes sense. To where that might be the new game mechanic they're talking about. To where, if I'm not mistaken, basically these tanks, they could fire off 3, say it's like a 3-round, I don't even know what to call it, one of these autoloaders that the IS-7 would have, which I believe they would make it a separate IS-7 and not change the one currently that we have. Basically, they could fire 3 rounds off somewhat quickly, not as fast as, say, like a traditional autoloader that we have already. And then after that those 3 rounds come up, then, you know, it would go back to like a normal reload time. Because you could either, if I'm not mistaken, again, don't quote me on this, you could either just reload 1 round after that and fire it normally, or you could load up 3 shells back into the, you know, the basically pseudo autoloader it has. Try to, oops, that completely missed. I'm not even loaded here. I'm gonna try to stun him, just to help my team out. I'm probably gonna end up moving here because I have better shots. Kind of like the IS-3A, but I believe they might put a new, because the IS-3A basically, you know, at least for PC, you know, it's just a higher rate of fire IS-7, to where I think, you know, the IS-3 autoloader would just be, if they keep it currently with the game mechanics, it would, you know, have a 3-round clip with probably a very high reload time between shells in that clip. But yes, the Russian tree is going to have a lot of tier 10s, honestly. They didn't confirm the whole IS-7 I was just talking about. They merely stated that they're currently thinking about putting that in. So it could just mean, you know, the IS-7 we currently have gets changed a little bit, or gets 2 gun options. Oh lord, he's all the way over here. And of course he's moving just as I start aiming at him. Trying to help out this side because they're struggling quite a bit. Don't know how they're struggling, but yeah, I need to. Unfortunately, our side over here just got clobbered. They pushed way too fast without actually killing any tanks. You know, they were trying to round a corner into T-29, a VK-100, a 1P, AT-15A. It just, all those things combined, it's dumb. Like, it doesn't even make sense for me to move at this point, because we're just gonna get torn apart now. I don't think, honestly, the IS-7, if they added in like the auto-loading one, again, it's not what everyone thinks auto-loaders are, which is why it's not in the game. I don't think it would be overpowered, because most likely what they would do to it, it would probably have a little bit less mobility, maybe a little bit less HP. The armor, they have some wiggle room on the armor because they could technically change the IS-7's armor a little bit for that tank to give it a little bit less and say it's like a prototype version or a different variant. But I'm just gonna rush out here because this thing, I don't know why our Patriot was hiding all the way in the back, but he was. Come and get me. Oh yeah, 78 damage. I don't think it would be overpowered though. Again, anything has it has a chance to be unbalanced, but I think it would work in the game, in today's game. Say like 3-4 years ago, yes, it would be unbalanced, but in today's game, no, it would fit in. But more or less, talking about the Russian changes, what we're gonna see really fast here before I hop into the Cromwell. Somehow I did top 2 damage. That's unacceptable, to be honest, because I had a really bad match there. The or not the IS-7 changes, the Russian changes, they might change the 263 line still. They're still not, you know, they haven't really decided what they're doing with that right now. Basically, they have a tier 10 TD they want to put in the game somehow. And the line that looks, you know, most likely to get changed is the 263, and they remove the tier 8 or the tier 9. I hope it's the tier 8 though. But basically with the Russian changes, they also have a kind of a preliminary change for the object 430, but again, no news on that since they released that a few months ago. But what they're looking to do, somewhere the ST2 is getting added in as the tier 10, the IS4 might get moved over because the T10 is going to get taken out of this line, replaced by a tier 9 object 252U basically, and then going all the way down to wherever the KV-13 is. Yeah, I'm kind of I hate how it's set up like this. KV-13 is just going to lead to a new rear turret Russian heavy line. Hello Lego man, nice to see you. But really, it's all kind of confusing until Wargaming comments on it a little bit more specifically, because right now they're getting a lot of backlash, rightfully so, from especially the Russian server changing the 263 line to where, you know, people don't want that changed. It's a unique tier 10 TD. I don't think it performs badly. You know, it does 550 damage a shot. It performs well. It just gets flanked easily, and, you know, no armor on the sides and rear, and already tears it apart. But they have this tier 10 TD to basically put somewhere to where I believe it was actually slated. I think they initially had it as a Clan Wars vehicle reward, to where they need to put it somewhere. I'm hoping they just kind of plop it in, and you know, they just plop it in as like a side grade to like the 263 or something. But yeah, it's one of those things that Lego man, I'll put the mouse up here, but I don't think I'll be able to get to it, honestly. I closed tank request a little bit ago, but I'm looking like I have all these requests to do. I think I can get up to the OI done, but if I do have time at the end of the stream, I might do 1 or 2 grinds, but I don't think I can get to the mouse. Sorry. Usually tank requests fill up in the first, by the first hour of a stream. Hello, Chris. But really, everything's speculative until the super test notes get released with like a tech tree tied to them, which at this point will probably be 2 to 3 weeks from now, unless Wargaming wants to put out something a little earlier. Thanks for the sub, Chris. I guess you're the 6,000th person here. Even though I think it says 599, but I think I hit 6,000 yesterday. Because it was 599, not 599, but you know what I mean. It was stuck at that last stream at the end. But thank you very much for the subscription. Plan on doing something to celebrate 6,000 subscribers here. It'll probably be maybe tonight's stream. I stream World of Warplanes. This is why I don't hate the Cromwell, but when I'm bottom tier, I kind of hate the inaccuracy of the Cromwell. Guy looked like he was gonna push, but nope. I like the Comet a lot better. But I'm gonna get myself somewhere else here. Hello, I believe Timothy, I believe. Nice to see you again. No, this Cody died. Oh my god. That was me. Can't blame that on Cromwell. I was aiming too high. Probably have a TD looking at me right now. I'm glad you like the streams and videos. Where I'm hoping... No. Like I say, I'm hoping I can get spot here. Just do they have anyone here? I'm not sure. They're not actually aiming at me. Good. He's out. Udez, hopefully. Don't know why their Strive decided to push. Yeah, there'll be another raffle coming up here after this battle. But our team's doing a pretty good job here. Hello, poser. Guessing you got some snow. I love snow. We're supposed to get some this weekend. Holy crap, I just hit 2 things in a row here. He's definitely gonna hit me. But whatever, we're gonna win this. Oh, I was about to say I'm definitely skirting. Yeah, he's got me. I was definitely skirting the edge of what was gonna happen there. I was trying. I shouldn't have, because it was definitely gonna take 2 or 3 shots. I was trying just to track him to keep him still and do that. I should have just kept circling him. Oh well. I have an E25, Timothy, but sorry, I'm not taking any more tank requests today. You know, I have a lot still to go, and a little under an hour left in the stream. So let's start another raffle here. Hello, Patient Rain. Nice to see you. And Dingo. Hopefully everyone had a good Christmas or whatever other holiday. If anyone else celebrates something else. Their AMX65T did a good job. That's surprising given that tank, but at least we got a W. Let me get into the T54 here. Oh, nice. That's the best type of snow for most people is... See, I like it a lot. Levi's hilarious playing in it. You know, I kind of wish we got a little bit. We just got rain, Christmas Eve, you know, night, but that's nice though. You had a white Christmas, but New Jersey, we had nice soggy grayness. I'm used to it though, which I should have up. The Cromwell most likely would win, unless the EZ8 is, I would say if it's at a distance, the EZ8 would probably win. Hello, Paul. Thank you very much for the subscription. I should have at least a video or 2 up of Levi here, maybe by the end of the today. I have another stream for World of Warplanes tonight, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I might have a couple videos of him up. I might try to pull one up and show you guys quickly. It's not going to be the best quality off my phone, but he was opening up presents yesterday. Which, thank you for the follow, someone else. I missed that a few minutes ago. Let's see if my hill experience goes a little bit better here this match than in the M46. Ah, like a little itch. I hope I'm not getting... Oh lord. I could see that coming. The heat. WZ-1115A. The Christmas camouflage. This is going the same exact as the last one. Oh lord. I'm probably gonna get... Yep, there's two already. Nope. Same exact outcome. But I did it to myself. Sorry for whoever requested the T54, but again, I pushed up too fast, too far in a medium, and my team decided to... They're just gonna get... Yeah, we're gonna lose this. If we win this, I will... I don't know. I'll add more biscuits to the next raffle, but this is not gonna go well. What tanks that should have been up there with me are very, very far behind. Hello, Pesmed. Nice to see you. You don't have to work today? That's always nice. But sorry for whoever requested that. You know, with the amount of requests I have today, I probably won't be able to get another match in it. We have a Tiger P. What do you win from a raffle? You win stream currency, Jabo. But let's see if I can get a video up. It's not going to be right now, but I think you guys might like it. Let's see here. See, I like the cold more than the heat. That kind of stinks. It's that hot where you're at. Sorry, Leg. I'm not able to take any more tank requests today. Which I'm even gonna, you know, Lego, you requested the mouse. I'm not. I said I probably couldn't do that, so I'm just gonna take it off because, you know, I did close tank requests like 40 minutes ago with the amount that I had. You know, if you ever want a tank played, usually, you know, you got to get in the first hour to kind of get in the queue. Otherwise, you know, if you're on Discord for the stream, you can request tanks over there ahead of time. Still just, you know, one per person I ask per stream, unless, you know, there's only a small amount of them getting requested. I might regret doing this, but he should... No, I'm not gonna push through. I knew I could bounce that, but if he had APCR, that might have been different. Why are you doing that, KV13? You're not gonna like the outcome. Crap. I did 11 damage there. I didn't expect him to turn like that. Congrats, Israel, on winning the raffle. Guess I'll throw an APCR shot at him. I was trying not to just chuck gold, but it makes sense here to hit him with one just to finish him off. Carnivore and turn, they have a lot of people in the south, so I'm just gonna head this way. The AMX should be fine over that side. Yeah, unfortunately this year, like, they're redoing our kitchen. We're losing a lot of window space. Like, our windows did need replaced. Like, they were old, like dating back, like original, and it's a Victorian building. But we're losing so much window space that in the middle of summer, like basically like 80% of our wall, because they're almost floor to ceiling windows, we go from them to like, you know, 80% of the wall across like half of our kitchen to like 20% at that, maybe like 10. Oh, it's gonna be so freaking hot next year. I'm honestly thinking about ways to rectify that. Really hoping I don't get flanked here. We went from having a lot of people to having not enough people, and I don't have a good crew in this. He's probably going to be able to track me again. It's just, we're not... There we go. Not working very well as a team together here. I knew I was going to get flanked, it's just... Oh well, I was trying to help the T-3485, and it's going to get me killed. Nope. Oh, I got a little lucky there. Thank you, team. That's good teamwork. They're just sitting there looking at that that one T-21 and not pushing out, you know. But the Tiger P, you know, it struggles when it's against higher tiers because the armor... You know, if the cheeks here were stronger, you know, even if you're pointing at someone and they're angled, they're still really weak. If they were a little bit stronger, this would be a much better tank. But fortunately, you know, I just barely hung on here. See if I can... I was trying not to get off the cap, but... I'll get that 1-0 damage hit in there. Maybe get one more shot here. I do not, Timothy. The Rad Brad, no. Console streamer, no idea, Ronnie, to be honest. As far as my knowledge, not to say there aren't any good console streamers, but like the amount of times I've poked around, because I like to watch like smaller streamers a lot of times. You know, the console ones I pop into just to take a look at, you know, either there's like nobody talking and it's just gameplay, or, you know, there's not too much like consistency, I'll say that. Hello, Fairy Groot. It has been a while. Not years. It's been a little bit less than that, but nice to see you again. Not exactly a great match here, but better than the last one. Let's see if that actually... It's still going. We might actually win that then. In T-54 if that's still going. So I have a TOG 2 here. Well, I'm just going to use the filter. I have a TOG 2, a Malshin. Up in the queue here. Floyd? Oh no. I don't know that person either. I don't know if we both basically typed the same thing at the same time. I don't know either of those people. Hi, dog. He's like locked in on watching me. Which tonight, you know, for anyone that wasn't here last stream, I'll be playing World of Warplanes tonight, starting at 9 p.m. So that should be pretty fun. Thank you very much, incoming. Glad you like the hat. I'll be wearing this until New Year's. I took off the Christmas overlay. I decided to take that off, but I'll stick with the holiday theme here for a little bit longer. Although even outside the holidays, people can use stream currency to buy this. I remember most people's names, like as long as, you know, especially like avatars, like if you have a different avatar, but I usually remember people's names after, like I'd say if you watch for at least like, say like 10 streams or so, even if it's been a while, I typically remember, you know, someone's name after that. The hard part I have is a lot of times YouTube names, like if you don't change it, that helps, but YouTube names are different than World of Tanks in-game names a lot of times. That's where I get confused a lot. So anyway, Hello, Chucky. Got a Tog 2, and I'm just probably gonna roll up here, and it looks like our Tiger 1 and Cromwell are gonna die. Yep. This is not going to go well. I don't know why those two decided to push in as hard as they did when there was only 2 of them. You're not going to get help in Time Tiger. Honestly, it would be like, I like to play aggressive. It would be bad for our team to actually help him because push up one a little bit further here, but it's losing 2 tanks like this on this flank to where it looks like they have most of their people over here and we don't. It would actually hurt us pushing far. We're losing our T-150. You know, it's just unfortunately our team set up wrong here. Our OI pushing up here too, it's going to make things harder. He's going to be able to get flanked, and I can't really stick out here in a Tog 2 to help cover him. But we'll see how it goes, because honestly we just lost our KV-85 with 1 shot. Really want to help you, dude. Our only hope is to start taking out tanks here, but they're not dying fast enough to where our OI is definitely a goner. Tried to help you out. Oni is going to cause a lot of damage. Alright, that worked out somehow. We're still down a ton of tanks. Alright, they're making a huge push through the center. Screw it. The M4 got M44. I'm just gonna go and try to kill the Oni, but if he turned towards me, this will be a little bit difficult. Or if the Tiger P flanks me. There's the Tiger P. I haven't been seen yet, but yep. He sees me. Oh god. And I bounced. Awesome. That actually helps me out, Oni. Thank you very much for that. A little bit late on your Christmas present, Oni, but thanks for just rolling right around to the side. Sorry, Chucky, we play World of Tanks PC. We don't play Blitz, so you know, you're welcome to stay and watch. It's just, you know, this isn't Blitz, so I'm about to be torn apart here. Like, the Tog 2, it's not a good tank by any means, but for today's game, it's got a really good gun on it. It's just, it has no armor and it's so slow. The size, although it's frustrating, it isn't that huge of a negative. It's the speed and, you know, basically tanks with the armor, just, they completely shred you apart. The size is workable, it's just, yeah. In today's game, the gun, while good, it doesn't work good when you actually get to the fight because everyone's typically close to you and you're just torn apart by tanks that do more damage per shot, more DPM, to where it was initially. We did win Malinowka, so the next raffle, I'll add another 1,000 Levi biscuits to the next raffle. They somehow won that. I am very surprised, but it took, it seems like most of the battle to actually pull that off. But yeah, they ended up doing it. Congratulations to those guys, because these two people just, they seemed to do a ton of damage early on, but they couldn't pull it off. So tier 9 here in the Malshin. I don't think I have enough. I'm still grinding out the engine on this. You get a little bit. I'm just gonna do a credit boost, or not credit, an experience booster. I got the Malshin, then the T57 Heavy, 121, T95, and OI. So I'm not gonna have any time to grind here at the end, but I will do all the tank requests since I took them. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to grind too much here. Alright. Yep, just another telemarketer. That's what I thought. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Hope you had a very good Christmas. No, I haven't met him, Floyd. Even though, you know, it seems like I'm a very social person, you know, since I stream and everything, honestly, in game, like, even back when I was in, you know, I've only been in like 2 clans, to be honest. It's not really my thing. I'm probably the least social person when it comes to games. Like, I like multiplayer games, but I typically play them all by myself. I just, you know, I don't really do too much. Oh god, I guess I don't want to head here, but we need one person there, and our Stripe 1030 just literally killed themselves, basically. Yep. Yeah, it was, hello, this is, I forget, it's in New Jersey. They're trying to figure out who does it because it's all local numbers, and they're tracking it down to somewhere near Philly, Camden area. It's like a scam for resort rewards and stuff, to where every time it's just the same girl from a slightly different number trying to scam people to sign up for resort rewards and stuff. Lego man, I already told you once, sorry, I can't take any more tank requests. I'm definitely not going to get through the 4 I have and have extra time. I'm probably actually going to have to run later, and if I do, I already had planned, I really want to grind tanks to where, honestly, the next stream on Thursday, I'm probably going to do maybe like 1 tank grind, 1 tank request, and just alternate, since I only got in 2 grinds right now. You know, with the 48% extra experience per battle with the holiday ops, I haven't been able to grind anything. And, you know, I think for the next, you know, until it ends, I'm going to be doing a lot more matches and tanks I need to grind. Just like, you know, it would be stupid for me not to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, you know, I didn't want to head here. The Malshin doesn't fight well in the valley at all. I didn't want to head here. We just somehow lost the center. This is, honestly, I'm frustrated now that I went to the valley, because I can't push it. You know, it could just be 1 or 2 tanks back there, but I can't push into Malshin, because once I crest here, they're just going to tear me apart. I can get RD'd, I can get flanked. If there's 2 tanks, I can get flanked. To where I'm heading back to the center, because unfortunately at this point I should have just went where I wanted to and let my team figure out where they needed to fill in the gaps. That's usually what I do, because the only way I would ever consider pushing the valley is coming south to north, because it's much harder to defend this side than it is just to put one or 2 tanks here, because you can cover, you know, you can cover the exit from 1 spot. Oh well. Yeah, this was just another stupid little mistake that made, you know, this is like a throwaway battle now. But that's my bad. I bounced them. Didn't look like I had a shot there, but there's a very small gap you can shoot through there. I got lucky it flew straight, but yeah. Even if I had went to the town, I don't think this would have changed anything. Where I'm probably gonna only get one shot, I'd say, off before the end of the battle. There we go. Thank you, Chrysler. I was definitely AFK at the spawn. That's what I was waiting for, someone to blame me for us losing. Like, no, I'm not AFK. I don't think he even knows what AFK is, but you know, I picked going to the valley, which was a mistake, but maybe we should have had a light or something over there like you typically would expect from your team, to have someone spotting it. So, oops, I actually... Oh yeah, my thing actually doesn't work, the contact list. Yeah, I'll admit I went to the wrong spot, but he's just being a dick. I actually penned him. I'm gonna say I'm actually just gonna bounce off of him, but 90% of the battle's all my fault for not going there. Because really, if I had picked somewhere to go, I was gonna head to the center. Because with the enemy actually having, they had a tank here, and then the T-62A pushed up this way, I wouldn't have actually been able to get all the way over to the town, given that I don't have the top engine, and even with that, it would have been a little difficult for me to get over there without being lit up and shot to bits with 2 arty and 2 tanks in the center, plus TDs back here. So I was gonna push the center line. That's initially what I thought when I saw no people in the valley, you know, and unfortunately I went to the valley, but it's just something to where that one Patriot, I'm gonna, now that the contact list only works when it wants to, I always keep track of people that are dicks like that, and he's going on a certain list when I can actually put him there. But I still didn't pick the right spot initially. But to say, you know, it's 90% of the match is lost because of one person that wasn't even top tier, nah, that's, in any circumstance, that's not a good thing to tell other people. But that person must not have had a very nice Christmas, or if they did, you know, those people probably stress about World of Tanks a lot. Hello Grigsby, nice to see you. Hope you had a very good Christmas. Hello Eric, nice to see you as well. Same to you, hopefully you had a good holiday. But yeah, somehow I did more damage than the guy, but all my damage was basically worthless there. Well, yeah, people turning chat off, I see why they do it, but usually I just ignore people like that, but since I couldn't put them on my blacklist, I had to respond to them. I keep chat on, just, you know, people might say hi to me, and it is still split like 50-50 whether or not it's useful or not. Sometimes you get teammates that actually, you know, work together. The person's username under mine on the list, 29 verse 1. But honestly, that last battle, whether I went to the town, went to the center, it was gonna end up, we were just gonna lose anyway. I hate to say it, it's just, as a team, we definitely did not do a lot right there. Hello, Ben's Bus, nice to see you. But I really hope that that guy, even though he was very angry and mean to me, I hope he learns to control his anger a little bit, because that's not healthy. But up after this, I've got the 121, T95, and an OI match. It's probably going to run a little bit past 11 here for the end stream time, but I will be able to get to all of them. Oh my god. I'm gonna head here, yes. At least to get the E50M. It's just we have nobody trying to contest anywhere in this area to where that's not going to end well for us. Bottom me. Why are you running away? Like, yeah, we got hit by Artie, but I'm confused why the 30B would run away when the E50M is actually the one that's... Oh, he actually just hit me on the frickin' gun again. That's not good for me now. E50M's actually the one that's in the risky spot. But... Oh well. I just kind of have to wait here. Or my E100. There could be a TD back here able to hit me from like the hills, but there's an E3. This is really scary though, that we're just letting the enemy team get this area here basically uncontested. It's not a good sign. I'm not really able to. I can't fight against the E3 unless I had, say, like heat, or even just my gun fixed. But unfortunately, we're not able to spot their tanks back here, so we can't push. The E50M coming up this side actually helps us a little bit, but it's still... I keep my track there, but this might actually be a really crappy match as well if I can't get something done here. I can't push on the E50M now. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's coming down here. I don't know what my team's doing. It's assault to where we didn't push any flank. Like, not one. Crap. I'm out of position here. He's gonna hit me. I'm gonna lose a lot of damage, or a lot of HP. Yeah, they're gonna be able to completely shred us here. Where I'm focusing on him, he crested over, doesn't have a ton of HP. Wait, let's see if I can... Trying to help. The E3's definitely... Yeah. This is not going to work out well. The E3 just nailed me. And there's a TVP coming and the T62A. I'm not going to get a shot off before the E3 can get me, I think, but... Oh, I still killed him somehow. Somehow, that looked all kinds of funky, but somehow we still ended up coming out on top on that fight up here, to where me and the E100, for some reason, like the WZ got himself. If he had stayed here, he would have been able to shoot both me and the E100, and basically once we turned this way, the three tanks they had, the E50M, E3, and the T62A, instead of staying up here, they could have slipped down, but you know, we should, given that we didn't completely just botch that side, we should actually get this if they hurry it up. There was only 5 minutes left, but that shouldn't have turned out that way, because with the E50 pushing here in the beginning, if the AMX-30 stayed there, he would have been able to kill him and myself. And with that, their E3 was already trying to push around, and they had like a TVP up here. We could have spotted them, and our TDs could have, you know, start cutting into them. But hey, it worked out though. Hello, Mavericks. I'm glad, Eric, your holiday went well. That's nice to know. I know, that's 90% my fault too. Luckily though, my team should win that. It was looking really bad, but somehow our team came out on top on that. It's not even like I played that very well too for that specific situation. I should have stopped trying to crest where I was in the beginning a little bit earlier. All right. 121, El Haloof, unfortunately. Looking at their mediums, especially with their bat chats, I don't like fighting in the south to begin with, but I'm not pushing down there given that, you know, we may have like 1 or 2 tanks. Like, we'll see though. It's just fighting down there is a little bit too risky. I don't really want to fight in the north either, where honestly El Haloof, for how bad it was before they rebalanced it a lot, I don't think they improved it all that much, to be honest. I feel like they need to fix the south to where they need to somehow like potentially rework it to where it isn't just a spawn really for really quick lights and mediums for spotting. It's not like the worst flank as far as like all the maps in the game, but I feel like it needs to have a little bit more options available to say slower mediums or heavy tanks to work with, because right now it's just, am I in a light or a fast medium? No? Okay, not going there. But I may end up working my way back there if things aren't looking good up here for me. That hit low. I knew Artie was probably aiming at me there. 113's actually pushing hard. No, we're not. We're not in a good position here to do that. If it wasn't for this AMX, I probably would. At least he only had HE, but not going to be able to push there at 113. Hopefully he dies, but unless this AMX was like too shottable, I don't want to make a move on him. Let's keep him spotted a little bit and hope that I don't bounce like that. At least he is out of there now. This T62A he's wearing on me. It's just, do I take a risk that these mediums on their, oh lord, their team don't push? Because right now this 62A is kind of dictating this whole flank here. I think I might do it. It's really risky for me to push out here, but if it works out here, as long as these mediums don't push into me, this will be fine. Awesome. Just with that IS-7 there, and they don't have any tanks on my right now, I can make it a little bit harder for their tanks. I kind of missed that. T57, and especially with heat, he can pen me every single time here. That's my fault, and that's kind of what I did to that WZ-111 5A last match. Heat pushed right through him, but that was really poorly played on my part. All right, so T95. I did help my team get out there, but I didn't even kill the T62A. I've been making a lot of stupid little mistakes. We did win Sand River though. So T95. Is up next here. I've been making a lot of stupid errors to where I still think I did the right thing. I shouldn't have pushed that one little extra bit because the 121 doesn't have gun depression. T57 just pumped heat right through me. And even after I got down, it could just pump heat through my turret. So that was just a stupid little mistake. But it happens. Next tank up is the OI. And even if I get done before 11 through the tank requests, I'd like to do a couple grinds here. Like I said, the next World of Tanks stream I have on Thursday, I will be platooning in the beginning, the first half of the stream. However, for the next, week or so, I am going to switch it up a little bit to where I'm going to do one tank request, one grind, and just flip back and forth. Because, I really would like to finish, say, like the KV4 grind, get through the T34 100, and take advantage of these experience bonuses and whatnot. I guess I'm gonna, we need to get people out here, or else it's very hard to weed enemies out of there if they're on the cap. But tonight, World of Warplanes, I have some new planes since the last time I streamed it last week. I could have got that. Here we go. I made up for it. But more or less, I don't have a ton of planes in World of Warships, or World of Warplanes, to where, I might take some requests if you want like a specific type of plane. But other than that, like, I don't have a huge selection to where typically I just kind of switch around to a bunch of different things. T95's good, but oh lord, they're letting the Strub 103B shoot me in the back. It's not good like this, getting up a little bit too close to, the Strub 103B just tore me to shreds, and looking at him, like, I'm not going to have the best view of him. He's pointing here. Our Artie can hit him, but usually he shouldn't be taking shots there without being shot back. We put 3 people on the town, and it's encounter to where typically this side coming from the north, you have a very good chance of getting on the town and they can't reset you. Our people, we put a bunch of TDs back in this area. It's right to push the 1-3 line and contest the hill, but you're better off pushing the town heavy when it's encounter. But the T95 basically, like, I guess stupidly got shot by a Strub 103B. Kudos to that guy for getting up there, but the closer you get to someone, the easier it is for them to hit your weak points in the front. So basically your hatches, or if you're against tier 10s, specifically tier 10s and tier 9s with heat shells, so think like China, some Russian tanks, stuff like that, and they can cut through your armor even though it's 305mm thick. Heat shells just cut through it like butter. Specifically the Chinese ones though, they have insane penetration on their heat. But let me get to the OI here. That's going to be my last request. A lot of people are enjoying World of Warplanes now. It's not as big as tanks or ships, but since World of Warplanes 2.0, it's an enjoyable game now. I have fun in it. Hello, Old Bear. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Well, yeah. Honestly, if a couple of these, our team hasn't done a very good job setting up, but usually in matches like that, I can still, like, deal with it and go with it. I just keep putting myself in spots to where, since we're not set up kind of like you should be, I just keep putting myself in the spots to where, we should be winning and focusing on, but we're not. I shouldn't be pushing out as far as I am there. Usually I try to set myself up a little bit behind where I want to be and towards where most of my teammates are, and maybe work my way towards where I actually want to set up. if we're having like a weird positioning early on. Which, hello Saljan, nice to see you as well. Hope both of you guys had a very nice holiday. But I've been doing it all morning. I have some mornings like this to where, or not just mornings, but sessions to where I just put myself in stupid spots sometimes. The only way I kind of fix that is if I think I did it last stream right before, on Saturday here. I'll play like 2 or 3 battles in like mainly tier 10s that I do very well in, like T110E3, M48 and stuff, to where I can kind of like fix, you know, my slide a little bit. That helps me, but didn't do that this morning. See you, Dingo. Have a very nice day at work. Levi is like, he usually naps. He's been like staring me down. Alright, that Type 64 is gonna be iffy. I just don't want to get spotted until I make it at least to a building. I'm not too concerned about their arty early on. It's just you can get shot right through this little gap down here. A little bit, there we go. They got one. A little bit scary that their lights are that far. But anyway, you know, I'll probably have like 1 or 2 fights here and a couple grinds before the end of the stream. I'll be back for World of Warplanes tonight. You know, I have been releasing more standard videos recently. Probably won't have any today outside of the 2 streams, since I've got we still have to clean up and like stop over to my grandparents and stuff to give them some of their Christmas presents. See, I'm a little bit busy before tonight, but tonight will be a pretty fun stream. Even if you don't like World of Warplanes, I think it's a pretty fun game to watch, to be honest. There's a lot going on. I don't want to be too far out here, but since I'm top tier in OI, I'm kind of feel obligated to tank some damage. But okay, we see him now, so I will gladly stay here. I just don't want the KV-85 to get around me, but that Churchill pushed up, which is very helpful. Come on, come on, come on. Just gonna pop him right there, because I should crit either like his gunner or like an ammo rack or something. Churchill 7, be very careful. I have a heat shell loaded here. What's this, 150? Okay. I can work with 150. I'm not loaded though with the KB2 here. Go. Stay like this. It's got decent side armor. It still hurt a bit though. FV's hitting me, that's not good. Well, thanks for watching even though it's early, Jack. Still trying to hit me. If that already wasn't trying to hit me, I'd be honestly out further. But I'm going to start a raffle right after the battle here. And at the end I'll try to... I have a little video clips of Levi I plan on releasing. I don't need heat here, but I have it loaded. Probably gonna kill me. How the hell was I spotting that guy? PB2, you could take a clear shot on me. I'm not even aiming at you. Here we go. Alright, so let me start a raffle. I'm not going to be able to get to either one of those. 1600 for the winner. Levi's a dog. He's right down there, but I'm gonna get into another grinder, so. But as I'm doing this, I'm gonna upload these. My moderator, it says Levi/Fussbot. You'll see it in the chat a lot, at least, you know, on the YouTube gaming chat. He has a YouTube channel to where I put up, right now there's only one video, but come on, turn. There we go. While I set up, I'm getting into the KB4 here. I'm gonna try to have this loaded up here in the next day or so. It's kind of hard to see, but he really likes opening up Christmas presents. There, fix itself. He opened up quite a few of them though. But there's just a little look of it. Here we go, come on, shut off. There we go. Alright, top tier. Oh my god, it's Malinowka again. I've had very bad luck so far on Malinowka. But I have 3 of those I'm gonna upload. But whenever we get like a package, Old Bear, so the raffle, right now my chatbot, it only works on YouTube gaming. My chatbot to where you just hit ! raffle. I do them every hour. Over on Twitch, unfortunately it would make it really confusing if I have 2 separate ones. You know, over on Twitch, you know, mainly my chatbot, I use it for tank requests where people can use a request command, and you know, it's easy for me to pick them out of the chat. But on Twitch, unfortunately, my raffles, you know, they don't work there for stream currency. But you know, you can request tanks over on Twitch, and I put them into the queue when I get them in the same order as I would in YouTube. But yeah, unfortunately, over on YouTube, if you are watching live, you just hit ! raffle to enter. In the future, I might do 2 chatbots separate across the 2. I haven't found one that works across both the way I want it, but it would require me to have 3 monitors. I know, C-box, kill box, that's exactly how he is. Like when we get gifts, you know, say something's delivered and it's just like on the porch or something, when we bring it in, he's like, I'll kill it. No hesitation at all. It's funny though. He does listen to us though, like if we like point to it and say no, and he'll like run over and kind of gnaw on it and like wait for us to kind of say yes or no. Randall, right above the message you just had, just click you know, the little dots. If you hover over that, it'll say like go to channel. It's that one for Levi/Fussbot. Good night, Israel. Thanks for watching. Alright, I need to not screw this up for my team here. Yeah, YouTube, it's a little bit, which, hello, Nox, now over on YouTube. I assume you're Old Bear. YouTube's a little bit behind Twitch because transcoding over here, I have it set up to where the quality's a little better, and like even if you tune in late, you can rewind whenever you want on YouTube, the whole stream. You can drop it all the way down to, say you're watching on your phone with a bad connection, like 144p. You know, I tried setting it to like a different transcoding, but it gets rid of the DVR feature, and it makes it a little bit blurrier. Hello Daniel, nice to see you. Which congratulations Scud on winning the raffle. Ah, Lord, they both penned me here. They're just hitting me. Where the like they're hitting me in my turret. I was gonna say, where the hell? They're not really hitting me on my cupola, which is the main like weak spot they should be aiming for, but unfortunately I don't really have anyone else to poke up here with me. We are up by 3, but I think I'll be better off trying to draw them back here. But tonight, you know, I'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for World of Warplanes. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys then. Usually those streams are pretty fun. Not the best in World of Warplanes, but he's gonna get me here. Maybe not. Usually they're pretty entertaining. Whether or not I crash into my own teammates or not. Sorry for spamming gold at you, but I would very much like to get a lot of experience this battle because I'd like to get the ST1. But hopefully my team wins this. We should. Looking at our team versus their team, we should get this as long as they don't let this ET-15 kind of run away with it. They do have a T-92 somewhere. I'm guessing he's either sitting here unspotted or over on this side. Those things have a lot of camouflage. So I'm gonna do one more battle here before signing off, because I'd like to hop into T-34-100 and see if I can get a double done in this, which I'm gonna draw a second winner since it's the holidays here. Congrats Leg for the win as well. But more or less my next World of Tanks stream, since I do World of Warplanes tonight, will be coming up Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Anyone that does want a platoon, all you gotta do is message me in game and I'll do my best to fit you in. That's for the first about hour and a half. Sometimes it goes a little longer for platooning. But yeah, unless World of Warplanes crashes for some reason tonight, because we had that happen with Dreadnought last week. The backup game for this week for tonight's stream is Overwatch. But for anyone that's new to the stream, usually every Sunday during my streams we kind of vote on a selection of games I put up, and you guys get to pick Tuesday night streams. So second week in a row for World of Warplanes, but typically we pick between World of Warplanes, Dreadnought, World of Warships, Destiny 2, and Overwatch, I think. I've played Battlefield 1 before one day, and forget what else. Sorry Tanya, this is my last battle here. I'm top tier, so I don't want to like camp. I never like camping if I'm top tier. Just I'm kind of waiting to see. It's like right now this doesn't have much gun depression nor armor. You know, I'm kind of waiting to see what I can do here, because I really hope I can hit him. Go. You know, I'm not really able to spot in the center because I'm just going to be arty food. The hill I can't really fight on. Same thing. I'm going to either get shot by the center or torn up by arty. Kind of struggling to feel like, or feel where I want to go and feel good with it. Well, there's a little bit of love for Pez, Twitch Pez. You know, by dual streaming here, it does add another 5 to 10 second delay to, you know, in general, from me to you guys. But fortunately it doesn't impact the quality, streaming to both at the same time. But, you know, unfortunately, Twitch makes it impossible for me. Like, I could honestly qualify to be an affiliate there. I don't accept that though, and the partnership you know, say I only stream to Twitch, I could be a Twitch partner with what I average per stream. But unfortunately, you know, Twitch has that no non-compete clause to where if you accept any of that, you can't stream from a 24-hour period on any other platform. Yeah, if they didn't have that, honestly, I would do more over on Twitch. But the non-compete thing, just honestly, any company that does that, in my eyes, it's, you know, to me, it's kind of, it's, to me, it just is stupid. If you're not confident in your product, then improve it a little bit. But, you know, I do my best though to provide as much, you know, if anybody did want, say, like there's Beam and there's a couple other streaming platforms, I could add them on. But yeah, for whatever you guys, you know, you typically, you know, you let me know what you guys want, and I always do my best to try to make it work. But yeah, the non-compete thing, honestly, that's something that a lot of streamers just ignore it, and they say are an affiliate and also on YouTube a partner, because YouTube doesn't have a non-compete, and they stream on both anyway. But if one person reports you and Twitch actually, you know, enforces it, they pretty much ban you. I don't know if they make you give back any money that you earn, but they ban your Twitch channel. You can't stream on Twitch unless you make a new account, which that's even against the rules. So, you know, basically you're gonna screw yourself eventually if you stream to both at the same time. It's only, you can stream to both, but you have to be like a really big streamer. You have to negotiate with Twitch to actually be able to stream to both at the same time. So F5, you know, I'm probably gonna make my way where this Type 64 is now. The reason I don't want to go to F5, at least in the beginning, now that our team won the hill, it makes it easier. The T-34-100 here, that's as much as its gun can point down. So any shots I take, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage in return, which just has no armor, even on the turret. So I was just playing it a little bit safe there in the beginning. But typically, yes, in a medium, even top tier and stuff, I would try to head to the center. It gives you a lot of options, and usually you can make it work, even with, say, already firing at you. But yeah, for this specific tank with the lack of gun depression, it makes it very hard for me to want to push up to a spot, at least early. I think I am spotted here. I'm gonna take another shot. Hello, Bet, nice to see you. This is my last match though, guys, so you know, I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for World of Warplanes, but you know, thanks again for watching. That sounds, is that one of those ones, is it just one monitor? I know they make monitors now that you can like split, even though it's like one full monitor. You can split it into like 2 or 3. But now that I have a new GPU, it's, you know, eventually I'm gonna get new monitors. It's just, I have a hard time replacing stuff if it's not like broken or outdated or gifted to me, if that makes any sense. I'm still just playing this safe because there's no real incentive for me to rush up too far. I'm not going to rush into him here. I'm going to push down this way. Just the on the move accuracy, as you can see here, it's pretty bad. I'll gladly just spot these people to make it. I gotta head out to my grandparents here. Gotta get there by 12. Oh man, just break this open here. I'm probably gonna end up dying, but whatever. I finally hit something. I I probably should have rammed him. Come on, team, you can do it. Guys lit up the rest of them. Hello, Vorin. Nice to see you. Yeah, I had my eye on that one, but we'll see. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna switch because right now I have 1080p monitors. I want to swap up to like 4K or something eventually, but it's probably gonna be later. You know, say 2018. Well, thanks for watching, Old Bear, and everyone else. Hopefully it was an enjoyable stream. I made a lot of mistakes today, but for the most part it was it was pretty fun. Again, hopefully everyone had a good Christmas and other holidays, to where, you know, New Year's is coming up here, to where, you know, hopefully everyone's having a good time with their family. So they're gonna have a lot of fun. We have leftovers from Christmas dinner, and they have trouble like moving around, so we have all their gifts here that we have to take over. But anyway, I was trying to wait for the last little bit of this battle, but yeah, sorry, like, this was my last battle here. I wasn't able to take any other tank requests. I saw that you requested one earlier, but yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you guys either tonight or my next stream will be Thursday, same time, 8 AM start time. Oh Lord, I'm trying to stall here, and the comment is definitely eking out a little bit more than he should. I don't know why they're playing it so safe. But he's down to 1 HP. It's it's always comical at this point that we have so many people afraid to push in. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't have HP, like, you're giving them more room to work. So at least we don't lose that. But thanks again for watching, guys, and you know, I'll see some of you guys tonight. Otherwise, see you next time I see you, even if it's gonna be next year, since 2018 is right around the corner. Have a nice one. See ya.